Executive Director of Camp Ondessonk. It's a great deal that we have today for $300 for a $539 value that includes 1 week of camp for a first-time camper during a co-ed session, which is in July 29th to August the 4th, I believe.
That's correct.
Welcome. I know the
Thank
camp
you.
has been around since 1959. I know this because I read about it. I didn't know about it, but it's been around for a long time. In fact, you started there as a little kid, right?
I did. I started as a camper there in the early 1980s, and Camp Ondessonk has been serving children since 1959. We serve about 2,600 campers from all over the country every summer.
And I bet some kids want to come just because they heard that there are some treehouse cabins.
There are. It's real camping. It's cabins that are designed to sort of immerse the kids in their surroundings.
What do you think makes your camp different and more enriching perhaps than others?
Well, that very idea that we are really trying to offer a more pure outdoor experience where kids are encouraged to get dirty. At the same time, they're also encouraged to get cleaned up every day at the end of the day. Also, the spirit that's there, the tradition that's involved in this sort of really rustic, outdoorsy experience.
What a long tradition, and obviously something that you really took to, because here you're still there. I mean, could you have ever imagined that the first year that you went there that you would end up really devoting your life?
Not at all, not at all. I'm glad that I maintained a relationship. I worked for other camps after college and finally found my way back there about 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's a special kind of culture, isn't it? A summer camp where you're really helping kids. Sometimes you never even know the impact you have until maybe later.
Yes, and that's kind of the interesting part about our product, if you want to think of it that way, is that it goes home. Our campers, our children go home at the end of the week. However, we hear from families over and over again that liken the camp experience to being as powerful as just about anything else that happens throughout the child's
really helps with, self-esteem and that kind of stuff.
Self-esteem, responsibility, character values, decision-making, all sorts of things.
Yeah. How about horses? You have horses?
We do. We have about 75 horses. We operate one of the largest camp equestrian programs in the country.
Wow.
And we start every experience starts with basic instruction, and we work our way up to the point where we do a ring ride or a trail ride with every camper.
Okay, so where are you located, and how many campers can you take? During the summer, I guess there are still openings, and people could get involved.
Camp Ondessonk is in the southern tip of Illinois. It's adjacent to the Shawnee National Forest. We own about 1,000 acres, and it takes about 2.5 hours. From downtown St. Louis to get there. It's a pretty easy drive, mostly on interstates.
Oh, I bet it's beautiful.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and Ondessonk, what does it mean?
Ondessonk is a word that means bird of prey.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Dan King. And so if you're interested, this is a great deal. Again, $300 for a $539 value. That's for the first week of camp for a first-time camper. And that's for the co-ed session from July 29th to August 4th. So you may have some takers on the campers. Thanks so much. Well, just in time for lunch, we're cooking with brio after